Hey folks, how's it going here? You might say, Jerry, you've got way too much time on your hands this morning. Well, sometimes the Lord does these things, guys. Maybe it was His intent that I had some paperwork or some stuff that was held up in another state to keep me from working just so I could do His work this morning. Folks, God works in mysterious ways. And guess what? I don't question what He does. Because if I have free time, that doesn't mean I have free time. That means I have time for Him. Okay? Now, I'm going to deal with, the whole concept of a false prophet this morning. And if any of you guys know me, you're going to find this hard to believe, folks, but the TV networks are ran by just a small group of people. These so-called philanthropists. They own these TV networks. And I don't think any of these pastors on these TVs are truly God-fearing people. And you're going to find that hard to swallow about me. Some of them are very difficult to understand in terms of what they're doing wrong. But the deeper thing behind it is some of them, like this one right here, he preaches a good sermon, but you want me to tell you what he does wrong? What you're not hearing. You know what you're not hearing? The whole truth. Oh, you're hearing a good sermon. He does a good sermon, folks, and this one was hard for me to really stomach at first. It really was. It was hard for me to really stomach it because I really like this guy. But he's not telling you everything, and let me put it to you this way. Here's the way that I find fault in this pastor. If there's a robber at your house and he's ready to rob you when you come back from vacation, and I'm a next door neighbor and I've been watching what's going on, and I just simply don't tell you about that robber, I really didn't do you right, did I? And that's how this pastor here is deceiving you. It's not what he's doing, it's what he's not doing. And that's very clever, but folks, the Satan is clever, okay? So clever. I mean, I could be wrong, but listen, let me ask you a question. What if I told you, hey, Jesus said that good trees bear good fruit and bad trees bear bad fruit. How can the TV, folks, have things like Lucifer and all these Simpsons and all this nasty stuff on it Monday through Saturday, and then all of a sudden on Sunday morning it's supposed to change its colors all of a sudden and be a holier than thou thing, okay? It don't work that way, guys. Bad trees can't produce good fruit one day out of 7. And when you start looking at it that way, you'll see what I'm saying. But anyway, right here's the one that I really don't like. This is the one, well, this is his middle name. Let's go out here and put his first name there. That'd be better. This is the one that I do not like at all. I think he's the biggest deceiver of them all, and it's hard for me to even catch him at stuff. Deceiver, folks. He's leading you guys, man. It is criminal what this person's doing. Let me show you what his name means in Greek. You want to see it? Now, John could mean two different things in Greek. It could either mean a disciple of God, or a man of God right there. But I don't think that's what this means in this, because it has to coincide with the other words in terms of logic, and it wouldn't do that if he was a disciple or a true deliverer of the word of Christ. It wouldn't go along with these other two, because these other two is what makes it pretty bad. Char means this, folks. It means to burn. Okay? Now, please excuse my language right here, but this is what this means, and I'm just going to write it. And it really means this in Greek, folks. Or excrement. But that's the main meaning, and I hate to say that. Now, this is the one that's going to get you. And this is easy to believe, too, guys. This goes over to a Germanic version. Hag means this, a German witch. You know, you've heard people say you're an old hag. They're calling them a German witch. And hag is a variant of, instead of Greek, it kind of goes over to a Greek Germanic type of variance. But that's what it means. Now the word E can be an intent, but in single E, but the double E means a purposeful intent to lead to. I'm not going to write it all out. You hear what I'm saying. To lead to. So, his name in Greek means what? John, if you coincide it with the rest of this stuff, would mean toilet, like a John. The toilet that burns that's the witch that has a purposeful intent to lead to. That's not good, guys. And that's what it means. There's no doubt hag means witch. There's no doubt whatsoever. And guess what? That's a German name. So, I mean, don't be offended by this. I'm just simply breaking it down for you. And some people's going to say, no, it don't mean that, Jerry. This right here means that he's a disciple of God. Well, it can mean that, but it can also mean toilet like a John, that you use a toilet in. And really, if you coincide it with the rest of it, the burn, the this, and the intent of purposeful lead to a path down, which is a bad path, I don't think, he could be a disciple that burns that right there, but it'd be the wrong disciple, wouldn't it? You just take it however you want to, folks. I don't believe any of these preachers on TV. Because guess what? If they were really, really, really doing what they should be doing, it wouldn't be end times, would it? And if they were really doing what they should be doing, these handful of stations wouldn't do what they do. Now, I'm going to show you something else that makes no sense about this man right here, okay? Let's just go over here. He preaches that you guys need to be following somebody that really believes in this. And I'm not going to get into it because the video will get blocked. But this is what they believe in terms of solid, religion of God. Well, folks, this was made where? In Babylon. Do you know of anywhere where Babylon ever made anything good? You know what Babylon is. So there you have it, and that came up when they were hostages there, when they were taken there as slaves. So if you think anything good can become of that, and you don't believe in the Holy Bible, and you believe what Hagee has to say about all this, well, I mean, that's you. But thank you for watching my video. I just thought I'd show you that.